Welcome back, YouTube. Mutton Chop Piper here. Well, as you can see, we've changed our setup a little bit. I figured instructional videos are good with a table and chair. But this segment of my channel is going to be reserved for anything new that I find, something interesting that I think that you would appreciate, anything that I read in Pipes and Tobacco magazine, or anything that someone has passed on to me that I think that you guys should know. This segment's going to be called Chat by the Fireside. Okay, today's chat is going to be about a unique pipe that I recently discovered. It's called a Falcon. Now, some of you out there might know what a Falcon is. You may even own one. But for those that don't, then I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. The Falcon is a pipe. Is a metal pipe, believe it or not. It was invented by an engineer by the name of Kenley Bugg back in 1936. And the reason he invented it was he was trying to find a way to cool the smoke constantly, where it would never, the hot smoke would never reach your mouth. So it kind of changed hands through time as time went on, and now the pipe is built in a factory in England. So you can get them here in the States, but that's where they're built primarily today. All right, I want to show you a couple of them. I'm just going to show you the ones that I have. This one is just a regular, slightly bent Falcon. And this one I just recently received is called a shillelagh. See how the sidebars kind of crisscross? Well, that's the unique part about it. And then it's got a blue air stem in the middle. Okay, so let's talk about some of the parts of the pipe. I'll use my, well, no, this one's good because it's a little bit brighter. Okay, so the one unique thing about this pipe, well, there's several unique parts, but one of the unique parts is that, as you can see, the airway, this is where the smoke comes from the bowl up through this channel and into your mouth. Well, there's like an airspace in between the smoke channel. That is a part of that cooling. As the smoke travels up that stem, the surrounding air cools the smoke before it reaches your mouth. So that's one unique part. Another unique part is it's made out of aluminum, which is considered a heat sink. What a heat sink is something that will draw heat away, or that will absorb heat. So aluminum is great to do that. Now, another neat thing about this pipe is it has interchangeable bowls. All you have to do is unscrew the bowl and it comes off. Now, the bowls are made of briar. There are some that are made of briar with a meerschaum inlay, and then some that are made of some that are made of meerschaum. So this one, if I take this bowl off and I set it aside, I can take the bowl off of this one and put it onto this pipe. The bowls are interchangeable. That's what's cool about it. So basically what you do is you buy the pipe, and then once you have the pipe, you just purchase the bowls and interchange them. I think there's about 30 different bowls out there, and I have two right now, and those bowls are anywhere from $20 to $30. So you can't beat that for the price. Now, the price of a setup is less than $100. So I'm not quite sure how much I paid, but I know it was, I don't know, a neighborhood of $60 to $70 for this whole setup, for the pipe and the bowl together. Okay, I'm going to use this one to show you. Now the way it works is you have a moisture chamber right down here. This bowl portion is a moisture chamber, and that's where the moisture goes. Now you see there's a little knob right here, right in the center. Condensation will cool this aluminum bowl. That way the smoke, once you draw it down through here, well, first of all, won't be hot at all. It'll be cool. And then it goes through the smoke tube in the middle, further cooling it. And then by the time it hits your mouth, it should be a nice cool smoke. There's also, you can see at the bottom, there is a pipe cleaner specially made for this bowl. What that does is it will gather up all the gunk that this condensation chamber fills with. That way it won't go up the tube to your mouth. So that's it. And then some bits they're made of vulcanite. Some bits are white, some are black. So I've smoked my other one once. I'm going to give these a try. I'm going to smoke them a few times and see how they do. This one I don't think I smoked it long enough to actually give it a chance to tell me exactly how it smoked. It seemed to smoke cool for me, but at the time I really wasn't paying attention. It was Christmas Day, my son-in-law was here, he was smoking, we were talking, so I was just sort of smoking and talking at the same time. But when I'm alone, I'm going to kind of sit down and smoke them and see how they do, and then I'll give you a review, an updated review on how they smoke. But let me just review a little bit. The bowls are interchangeable. The tube in the middle is surrounded by air so that it helps cool the smoke as it travels up the smoke shaft here. You have a chamber here that collects all the goo. That's what they call it in their pamphlet, goo, which is condensation and any bits of tobacco. It's designed with a small pipe cleaner to prevent any of those pieces of tobacco or anything from coming through the smoke shaft. And it also collects a lot of that condensation. Now there's a little knob right in the middle that is used to cool the smoke. It cools the chamber when condensation hits it. So basically what's happening is as you draw the smoke in, condensation hits this little knob, cooling the smoke. Any condensation that pools will pool in this little cup here, and it will further be absorbed by that small pipe cleaner that's in the middle there. Then as the smoke comes through this center shaft here, the surrounding air further cools it, and then it gets to your mouth as nice cool smoke. Now, as I've said before, our biggest enemy in the pipe world is heat, because heat will increase the temperature of the smoke, and then it will increase the temperature of the inside of your mouth and your tongue, causing, you got it, tongue bite. So that's the Falcon. Like I said, I really am impressed with the build quality. When I got both my pipes, yeah, there may be a little bit of scratches here and there, but that's to be expected, when something's getting sent to you. But they're hardly noticeable, and I'm really impressed with the way they look, the way they handle, the way they sit upright, and I'm looking really forward to smoking these and giving you an update updated review on what I think of them. So again, this is the shillelagh. This is the one that's got the crossed outer fins. And this one I think is just called a slight bent. See how it's just slightly bent at the top here? And that's it. That's a Falcon. So these are very popular. There's a lot of people that have them, and I'm glad that I've got two of them. All right. Well, I hope you like our new setup. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well. Until the next time we meet, I want to wish you and your family happy piping.